Inequality Act.
Joining me now is Dawn Ennis, managing editor of Outsports, and Emilie Kao, who is the director of Richard and Helen DeVos Center for Religion and Civil Society at the Heritage Foundation. All right, Dawn, you disagree with the Congresswoman. Why?
All transgender people who identify as women are women. Trans women are women. This is not trying to make a policy change. This is about discrimination. You're trying to legalize discrimination. I don't understand how that could be possibly something you'd support.
How does this translate as discrimination? I played 3 sports in high school, did pretty well. But I say the story a lot. We played field hockey, and we played an exhibition game against the boys' junior varsity team. We were the #1 team in the state.
Congratulations.
I think they beat us like 8-1, Emily. And it just like was frustrating, but they were just a lot faster. They were a lot stronger, and they could move the ball down the field. And we were really good. It's frustrating, but that was just the way it was.
But they were men.
They were born biological men, and they were playing as boys. But is this, it's just about equality. Like trans athletes want equality, Emily, and big deal.
Well, all human beings have dignity and should be treated with respect. But sport should be based on fairness, and fairness in sport should be based on physical realities. And the physical reality is that men are stronger and faster than women. Men have testosterone levels that are much higher than women. And so that's why we have separations in sports based on physical realities like age and sex.
Last week we told you about Mary Gregory, who's a transgender powerlifter who stoked a lot of controversy after she shattered weightlifting records. Well, recently, a British rapper made this point to prove that males do have an advantage. He tweeted, "I keep hearing how biological men don't have any physical strength advantage over women in 2019, so watch me destroy the British women's deadlift record without trying." Well, and as promised, this is the video. Watch. Yeah, he's 528 pounds, and he lifts it without really trying. Here we go. All right, man, it's up and down. So, Dawn, what's your reaction to that? I mean, you can't deny that just the physical makeup of someone born a man, whether you've taken hormones or haven't taken hormones or just feel like you're a woman, your body is a different body. And your strength is not necessarily compromised by taking hormones just because of the actual physical structure of the body, the size of your lung capacity, your heart capacity. Those are just biological differences that really can't be altered at all by some of the transition that people go through.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, Laura, that actually it does change. Cece Telfer, the runner who you're talking about from New Hampshire, she had competed as a male and was actually an outstanding athlete. And after starting her medical transition, she and her coach both said that they noticed a drop in her performance. Her testosterone levels dropped. Testosterone also isn't the only predictor of how someone is going to perform. Yes, there's lung capacity. Yes, there's so much, but there's so much more about individual performance. She didn't win all of her races. Mary Gregory didn't win all of those lifts. It's about doing your best.
So are you
all
saying
transgender athletes want to do is do their best?
Are we saying that if someone just says they feel like the other gender, that they can compete? Is that what you're saying, Dawn?
No, I'm not.
So
because
it's not
here's
just
how it
feeling.
works. No, it's not about feelings. What it is about is identity. All right.
Okay, so but if you identify,
you said born a man. No
right,
one's born a man.
Right, but if you haven't gone through the what I'm saying is if you haven't gone through the hormone treatment, then but you feel like you identify as another. How is that fair to the girls who've competed their entire lives?
Well, it's not fair to girls and women, and that's why it would be the end of women and girls sports, because if the Equality Act were to become law, it would basically add the category of gender identity into the Civil Rights Act, and gender identity is completely based on a person's subjective self-perception. There's no requirement of any physical measurement of anything, including testosterone. So it would completely be the end of women and girls sports, which is why Mrs. Hartzler was absolutely correct, that this would erase women's sports.
Well, we also could have trans games. Some people are advocating for that, but a lot of trans athletes don't want trans games. They want to be in the games with the people they identify